And we all know that ads are getting more expensive, and the new iOS 14 update has made it so much more difficult to advertise to new customers. And that's precisely why Yakkyofy is focusing so much helping dropshippers to build their very own brand. Because if you have loyal clients, they will keep on buying from you because they know you, they know your service, and they know what products you offer. That's why it's very important for us.
You're listening to Ecomonics, a Debutify podcast, your resource for one-of-a-kind insights into the world of e-commerce and business in the modern age. This is Joseph. I'll be presenting a wealth of industry knowledge from interviews with successful business people and our own state-of-the-art research. Your time is valuable, so let's go. Ilaria from Yakkyofy. It's great to have you here.
Hi,
It's great to have Yakkyofy back on the program. I'm a big fan of the service, so much so that I decided that I was going to use it for my own online business. And I had a buffet. I had options. It's great to have you guys back. We have a lot of really important stuff to cover, but this is your first time on the program, so
it is. I'm very excited. So yes, I'm really happy to start. So what I do for Yakkyofy is I deal with the social media. So I'm the social media manager. Like most of the content that you see online, all the videos, all the posts are done by me together with Simone, who is my, marketing boss. Mm-hmm. So that's what we do. Very exciting work.
Real quick, do you want to let us know what kind of content that you create? I understand you do webinars, you do live events, stuff like that.
Yes, we do a lot of live interviews. Like we had done a few at the beginning of the year. We do video tutorials. We do also courses on dropshipping. We had a course on dropshipping with Yakkyofy. Not with Yakkyofy, with Shopify. So we had a full course there. There were I think 8 or 9 lessons. Then we do also videos that can help dropshippers to kind of go through the various parts of the years in terms of what happens in Q4, how to get ready for it, what to look out for. And we also give a lot of product suggestions. So we have some trending products that we see are doing well. So we kind of suggest them every Thursday. So that's what we do. And also we have a lot of ads going on. We do that's pretty much what we do. Mm-hmm. Very exciting because it's always something new coming up.
For the audience, I just want to go over, the lesson plan for the day, just so that everybody knows what we're in for. So we wanted to talk about BFCM, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. As of this recording, it's October 14th, and I've spoken to everybody on the back end and say, as soon as we're recording this, we want to get this thing out right away because we need to get the message out as soon as possible. Okay. And we know it's going to be a unique BFCM coming up because last year's was the first lockdown one. This year would be the one where everybody has had a chance to learn their lessons, and there's still a great deal of lockdown going on. Will it happen next year? I don't know.
Fingers crossed it won't. Yeah, I wouldn't want it to happen again. No.
Yeah. So this could be, but from marketing and a profitability standpoint, this could be the last time to take advantage of the heightened degree of online shopping. So there's a lot of importance going on. That's the first chunk of it. The second chunk of this episode, we also wanted to do a live demonstration of Yakkyofy. Last time we had Simona on, we weren't doing video. We're doing a video now, so we're going to take full advantage of it. So a lot of really cool stuff to get to. But before we do all of that, one other thing that I wanted to hear about is how the company overall has been doing. It's been, I think, about 6 months, maybe 6 or 7 months since I personally learned about Yakkyofy. So tell us about some of the milestones, some of your achievements, some of the breakthroughs, or just how things have evolved since.
So the news. You want to hear the news?
I want to hear the news.
So we're doing fairly well. So now we have launched a lot of new features, one of which is the packaging feature that you can actually request your very own packaging with your very own logo from the dashboard. So what you can do is that you can request, for example, shopping bags, you can request boxes, starting bags, and all with your logo on them, which is amazing because as we know, the future of dropshipping is probably going to be branding because that's how you make your business a long-term one. One product stores no longer work, and we all know why. We're going to talk about it a bit later as well. Another thing that we've done is also basically there is a possibility now to get personalized photos of the products that you purchase, and you can get photos. Like we take the photos, we do the video, and we can even do like a 360 rendering of said products. Now we have like a promotion going on until the 31st of October, which is if you buy stock with us, you get free photos, free videos, and 360 degrees rendering. So that is very exciting, guys. Make sure you buy some stocks. You can get those services for free. Also, we do a sample evaluation, which means that you buy a sample and it gets sent to a warehouse where we actually check it out for so like how the product looks. We check like the materials that are used to make it, and we also kind of send you a PDF with all the details, with all a detailed sort of evaluation of that product, so that you know what you've got in your hands and what your clients are going to think. And we're also going to share some photos of the live product. So very exciting things.
I vowed not to, hit you with too many spontaneous questions, but they still come to me. So recently, I ordered a product online, and I don't want to name drop because I don't have some very good things to say about them, but they made the case that their product was like handmade and they're a UK company, and they came across as, artisans and craftspeople. So I get the product and I can see the Shanghai writing all over the box. And now it was custom packaging, so they did do some effort, but it doesn't take a discerning eye to realize that this didn't come from the UK. This came from Shanghai. It says right there. So I think part of the challenge here is, making sure that people are convinced that the product is firmly within the production of the company that's trying to market it, and not necessarily coming from, people assume. So my question to you is, how cohesive is the branding process? How clean is it? Are people going to receive it and be like, where did this come from? Multiple packaging, and because it needs to look really professional, right?
Yes, it does look professional. Obviously, I can speak for Yakkyofy. I can't speak for any other companies.
And that's all. Yeah, that's all I want to hear about.
That's right. So what we do is like we order a product from the supplier or the producer, the manufacturer of the product. It comes to a warehouse. We make we do a quick quality check on it. We remove all the materials that are like advertisement and stuff like that from the supplier. We repackage it in your customized packaging if you have one, and then we ship it over. Now, obviously, the tracking is going to be same from China. So if you share the tracking with your customer, it will say that the package comes from China. But one of the shipping services that we offer is a special line, which is like an express service that takes products from China very quickly to the customer. Now, this particular service has two tracking numbers. So there is one tracking number for the full journey of the parcel, and there is another tracking number that only has the journey in the last destination country. All right. So if you share the second tracking with your customers, it won't really say that it comes from China. Obviously, the second tracking is going to take a few days to kind of come into working, because it takes some time for the package to arrive from China. Now, obviously, we are in Q4, so you have to get properly prepared, because as we both know, from October to December, it gets very, very busy. Everybody buys products online and also in brick and mortar shops. So preparation, as they say, that is the key. But we pay special attention to the products that we ship. We remove all the materials, and we just ship the product with your, for example, thank you card, a coupon code, or with your packaging. So that's what we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I myself, just for my own a journey on it, I sorted out my product, sorted out more or less who I'm marketing to. Still a lot of work to be done. But one thing that I'm enthusiastic about is ordering a product myself, and just to see the full process, just so I experience what it's like as a customer. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. All right, here we go.
We can do that for you. Like, for example, as I said, with the sample evaluation, we're going to share the pictures and a PDF file with everything that you need to know about the product. Now, one of the reasons why we offer this service is just because it's going to be quicker for the product to arrive to us from the producers. It's going to take you a little bit longer to get for like in the country you're from. So that's one of the reasons why we offer this.
And that's and just to wrap up that one question, one other point that I wanted to make is to the credit of the company who I still refuse to name drop. We found the product was like, on AliExpress, was half the price. Yes. So we ordered it from there. We still haven't gotten it. Yeah, we still haven't gotten it yet. That's a big no. We still haven't gotten it yet. And not only that, but we contacted the seller, and the seller said, I shipped it and then it got sent back. Let me reship it. I've always, whenever I order from AliExpress, I have gotten it. Yeah, the tracking just said it was stuck in UK. So, credit where it's due. The other company, yes, they charge more, but we also got the product and the customer service actually responded. So there is that money isn't just, it's not a ripoff. It's truly about adding additional value and the protection around the product and around the customer satisfaction. So it really is worth doing.
Yeah, you don't want to get any complaints because first of all, you have paid money to get the customer to buy a product from you. And also they can leave like bad reviews and they won't come back to your store. And we all know that ads are getting more expensive, and the new iOS 14 update has made it so much more difficult to advertise to new customers. Supply and retention should be one of the key goals here. And that's precisely why Yakkyofy is focusing so much helping dropshippers to build their very own brand. Because if you have loyal clients, they will keep on buying from you because they know you, they know your service, and they know what products you offer. So that's why it's very important to us.
All right. So with that, we're going to get into our Q4 prep. So take notes, listen up, people. So we're starting super simple with this first one, just to make sure everybody starts off on the same page. But what is Q4? And what are the key dates and the most important dates in this period?
Now, first of all, Q4 is the last quarter of the year. So from October to December. Now, we can all think of what are the most important dates. So first of all, we have Halloween coming up just in a couple of weeks. Lots of parties and lots of like Halloween themed products that can be shipped and then can be very kind of, I've seen so many new products around, like glowing in the dark, like skeleton statues, but they were amazing. And so that's the first date. The second date is Black Friday, which is the #1 sales day in the world, pretty much. And usually during Black Friday and Cyber Monday, clients buy their products for Christmas presents. So there are a lot of purchases there because they get discounts, because they get enough time to be shipped as well. Like as long as they arrive before Christmas, it's fine. Your clients will be happy because their relatives, their friends are going to get their presents. Now, I already mentioned the last very important date, which is Christmas. So on Christmas, everybody gets their presents. So very nice. So yeah, it's a big, let's say, I think it's worldwide. It's a very big holiday. So the key here to succeed is preparation. Definitely. If you get prepared, you're going to succeed.
Yeah. One follow-up, I guess one thing that I'm wondering about this is, when we talk about this, we often are directing it towards, the West. And I'm just wondering, maybe from your own personal experience as well, is, in Europe, is Europe taking, Halloween as seriously as the West? Is there a large enough market there?
As America, you mean?
Yeah, compared to the States, because we all know the States is really where the money is at. But I have a chance to talk to somebody in Europe, so yeah.
All right. So I'm originally from Italy, and I remember when I was a child that I used to kind of go and trick and treat. So that was fun, but it was also hilarious because I would just kind of ring at old people's houses, and they would like, "What do you want from me?" I'm like, "It's Halloween, give me candies." And they would go to like the kitchen and get cookies. I'm like, "I didn't want a cookie. I want a sweet." Now, let's say these days it's a bit more important in Italy because it's just a very commercial, let's say, holiday. So let's say that all this kind of American movies and media just help to promote this holiday. Like in the UK, it's a bit more different because right now I'm in the UK, and I see a lot of houses that are kind of have this Halloween decorations on. Like I see a lot of pumpkins, I see a lot of ghosts. It's very sweet. I think this is where it kind of came came from. Didn't know. I don't remember now. But it's very fun. It's just like a kids' holiday. I think both adults and children like it alike. Like I like dressing up on a Halloween. It's like the only day apart from Carnival when you can actually play and be someone else, I guess. That's very fun.
Yeah. My girlfriend and I, we've been watching Squid Game on Netflix, and we have a very, very good feeling. Good? It's excellent. I mean, I've watched quite a bit of TV, so I can catch some of the, I don't want to say like
well, it must be original.
Cliche. It's a pretty original idea. You can see it borrows ideas from other places too. I see we enjoyed it immensely, but we're anticipating a lot of people are going to be wearing pink jumpsuits and masks. So there is something to be said about
that like green suit, right?
Yeah, the green jumpsuit for the players.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, yeah.
But the point there is that there is some value in just paying attention to what's popular in culture and saying, okay, you know what, this is going to be a Squid Game year. There's like there's Joker years when Joker's popular. There's Frozen years when Frozen is really popular. So there is something to be said about just watch out for what's popular in media, and you might catch a trend early on.
Yeah, that's my hope. Definitely.
So the next question we got for you. Obviously, there's a lot of consumer activity. There's a lot of stuff being moved around. My understanding that even at this time, there's a bunch of boats that are like waiting in the water to come in. I'm following that story like haphazardly, but it's certainly something that is affecting us. So there's specific dates that are going to risk disrupting the fulfillment.
That's right.
There's certain things that I believe happen in China. So what are some of the dates that we need to watch out for that are going to pose a challenge for fulfillment?
So when you dropship from China, there are like 2 dates that you have to look out for. The first one is the Golden Week, which has just passed. It's from the 1st to the 7th of October. Basically, it's a massive national holiday where suppliers just stay closed for up to 7 days. Then forwarders can kind of stop working for 2-3 days. We worked throughout the whole week, but that is something that you have to keep in mind, that you might have a few delays there. Another big important date is coming up, and it's the 11th of November, which is the Chinese Singles Day. And it is actually, I did say before that Black Friday is the #1 sales day in the world. But actually, the Chinese Singles Day just last year made 5 times the sales of Black Friday. Like everyone in China buys like products. So it can happen that from like on the 11th November, all products run out of stock. So on the 12th, you might find yourself like what happened? So that's what happened. And it sometimes takes a few days for manufacturer and producers to get new products in, just because they focus so much on the internal market for that one day. And this is like a made up holiday by Alibaba. So yeah, after good day, right? A good sales day. And let's say after the 11th, usually it takes a few days, but things go back in order, and suppliers and producers, manufacturers start getting ready for Black Friday.
It's just so I'm understanding it right. When it says Chinese Singles Day, talking about like single people who aren't in a relationship.
Yes. It's like perhaps the opposite of Valentine's Day. So that's how it is. I'm gonna get myself a present on Singles Day. Why not? It's a way of act of self-love, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. I think, I've had plenty of Valentine's Day, right, and have a heck of a lot to celebrate. And, even Valentine's Day is like the opposite for people on that day, right? Because there's people who are like, well, I guess all I'm going to have to do is just, celebrate myself. And then with Golden Week, the thing that I have an interesting follow-up to that one, at least it's interesting to me.
Yes.
Because I'm perpetually interesting, but
you are.
Thank you. So Christmas is it has a sacred history to it, and it does have a religious aspect to it. It's not particularly religious at this point. It's trees and Santa Claus, and yes, maybe there's an angel at the top, but for the most part, it's very
nice.
Yeah, it's fairly consumerist, but I just don't know that much about Golden Week. So what's the makeup of Golden Week? Is it really like a consumerish holiday like Christmas at this point?
Not quite. It's like I wouldn't think it. I don't know if it's secret. I don't want to say something that is not quite true. What I know about it is like the celebration of the love of a couple. Don't ask me to pronounce their names because I will be bad at it. So it's the celebration of a couple that one of them lives on the moon and one of them lives on Earth. So during this week, they kind of meet up. And it's generally, I think it's just like, it's like a way to meet up your family. So families gather together because sometimes Chinese people just work in a city, but they come from a completely different one. So what they do is they travel back to the city and they eat mooncakes with their relatives and loved ones. So it's some sort of, I don't know, it's a reunion sort of holiday. It's very sweet. Very sweet. I apologize for not being able to pronounce the name. Hyun Yi. I think one of them is Hyun Yi and the other one is Hyun Yu. Oh, sorry.
Okay, we're worth a shot.
Yeah,
that's tried. True. It's the I mean, if they can make that long distance relationship work, then
they've managed
for them. Yeah,
they've managed.
Yeah. Now, so for the next question, this is considered peak season. We just want to expand on that for a moment, just to follow up on this and why is it really considered peak season? Because people buy things all year round, but obviously there's so much going on here. So on top of that, how is this peak season affecting shipping, and why is shipping so different in this particular part of the season?
All right. So during peak season, which is Q4, obviously the last quarter, sales grow just because we've already mentioned that a lot of holidays coming up. A lot of kind of, pretty much everyone buys their products online these days. So suppliers ship a lot of products, a lot of parcels. And what it causes is for shipping prices to increase because obviously there is limited space and there are limited like shipping slots, right? There are infinite numbers of planes, especially after COVID, and we had all this sort of nasty business. And let's say we see some sort of aerial traffic delayed and slower shipping times. Like a lot of parcels are in queues waiting to kind of go up on the plane because it's just everybody buys their products during this period. So in my opinion, to kind of help out this, a good thing would be to get in touch with your supplier and to kind of understand what are their shipping times estimates, because the goal here, as we have mentioned before, is is to get your parcels and your products to customers before Christmas. All right. So another thing that you should do is to choose the best shipping methods. Like a lot of people, when they ship from China, they choose like e-packets, right? And AliExpress standard shipping if they use AliExpress resellers or sellers to fulfill the orders, right? But the problem with e-packet and AliExpress standard shipping is that there are also internal shipping methods. So they get a lot of disruption in terms of, like, for example, on the Chinese Singles Day, right? My advice would be to choose other sort of services like Unexpress or our Yakkyofy special line shipping service. First of all, because they're express shipping and they only work for international orders. So what this means is that they have priority over other parcels. For example, if you have priority shipping, a standard AliExpress shipping is going to stay there in the queue, but your priority is going to go on the plane. Like, obviously, depends on the priority of this, but it's going to go faster than AliExpress standard shipping. So yes, this is the reason why the prices increase, and this is the reason why there are a lot of kind of delays, because everybody buys, and when everyone buys, delays happens, unfortunately. A good choice could be during Q4, it can also happen that supplies go out of stock. So let's say that your business is doing incredibly well, right? Your ads are selling your products, but during Q4, you can find yourself in a situation that, okay, you've sold like 100 pieces of a product, but you have no stock of this product, and your supplier is running out, doesn't have any more stock. What do you do then? You have to kind of delete all your orders, and that's bad. That's why a lot of clients, a lot of drop shippers decide to get a little bit of stock in, especially for Q4, because really it can happen that that suppliers run out of stock from one day to the other. I know it sounds incredible. It sounds very unlikely, but it does happen. And we have found ourselves with some clients that approached us desperate to find the products. And we obviously did our very, very best to help most of them, but sometimes we couldn't find the specific products, because we always do our best, but unfortunately for now we can't do miracles. So we'll have that's what happens.
If you don't mind, I am wondering. So, what exactly do you do in this situation? Like, what suppliers are you reaching out to? How are you trying to acquire products in that limited time frame?
So, how do you choose suppliers? Like, I see a lot of newbies. They look at Chinese marketplaces as if they found the America, as they say in Italy, as if they found the Americas, right? Like that is going to solve all their problems. Unfortunately, especially during peak season, that's not going to be the case, because quite often AliExpress sellers and resellers have a very limited amount of stock, and they run out of that very quickly, right? Another option that I see happen sometimes is that clients and dropshippers approach like their very big, large fulfillment centers. But bear in mind that these fulfillment centers have you as a client, and they also have huge clients, right? Mm-hmm. And take a guess, who are they going to prefer? You who kind of ships 5 or like 50 orders, or the ones that buy 50,000 orders? So during Q4, it is quite likely that the large fulfillment centers are not going to give you the attention that you deserve, and that you are not going to get like the customer care that you need for your orders to keep your clients happy, right? And it can also happen that during Q4, large fulfillment centers are not going to pick up their new clients because they prefer working with the old ones and kind of helping them do like the orders, let's say. Another thing that I've seen a lot is like relying on Chinese agents, but these agents have, let's say, they have limited bargaining power, right? Because they're small, they don't buy all that many products, and they still have to rely on suppliers and on forwarders with whom they are not going to win when they have like much bigger clients, right? And like the preference is always going to be given to the bigger clients because they buy more and you're going to make just more money. The best option would be to rely on a sourcing platform like Yakkyofy. So we have a huge supplier pool, and we can find most of the products that you're looking for, right? Also with us, you can do everything online, right? We have a dashboard from where you can basically order your products. You can personalize your packaging. You can personalize your products if you like. With the product personalization, you have to first ask a quote, which will give back in a few days with like quoted with the shipping if you want it to be shipped to your own country. If you want to go to Amazon FBA, for example, we can do that for you as well. Or if you want to keep it in our warehouse for free. This is one of the services that we offer that not many fulfillment centers give, like free warehouse space. We do that for you, right? We also run quality check on the products. So the best thing would be to really get in touch with us and get in touch with us, and we'll pretty much quote the items that you need. One good thing that we do, and that is also that we quote B2B prices, right? So you're going to pay B2B prices on the products. And if you decide to get stock with us, you will also get discounts on the single item price. You'll get only one processing day, which means that your product, if a client orders your product today, we will ship it out the next business day, right? And that reduces a lot the fulfillment time as well. Because quite often I have seen that people do not consider like the processing days when they quote their shipping time to their clients, right? What are the processing days? It's basically when the product leaves the manufacturer's warehouse and it comes to ours. We check it out. We run a quick quality control on it. We remove all the ads from the supplier and we repack it and ship it over. This is what processing days are. So that's how it is. more or less.
What I'd like to understand also is, so on the one hand, you have the option where the product is already in the warehouse, and
that's right.
That's the swiftest way that it can be on the way to the customer.
Absolutely.
And that takes a day.
It takes only a day. Normally, it takes about, if you just drop ship like in the, let's say, traditional time of drop shipping, it takes between 3 and 5 business days, depending on where the supplier is located, right? Mm-hmm. And during peak season, these days could even be longer, as everything for the shipping and etc. So you don't want to find yourself in a situation where you, for example, first of all, you can't find the product, and second, it takes so much time to arrive to your customers. And as long as you get it before Christmas.
Yeah,
and you have it, and you can ship it. That's very important. Right.
So I mean, even under those circumstances, it's certainly a lot better than 25 days, 35 days. So one of the things that we'll get into when we actually show Yakkyofy on the screen is, it's not as if people are just picking whatever product they happen to want. It's about the products that Yakkyofy has already confirmed have a swifter line of resolution compared to say, oh, here's this random thing on AliExpress. Can you get it to us in 5 days?
It's not going to happen.
No. Yeah. So the beauty of this is that the seller really does have the freedom to choose how much they want to risk time. If they're, for whatever reason, they're comfortable with longer shipping times, good luck. But if they want
one of the most important things that I have seen, like I do a few polls, like we have like a Facebook group and we do some polls there. And one of the most important things that I have noticed our customers tell us is that they want fast shipping. Like fast shipping is going to make it or break it, basically. Very important, especially when you ship from China. Very, very important. Usually we have very fast shipping for many countries, about 30 countries. We can ship with special line and premium special line, which is even faster than special line. Usually our shipping times with those shipping services are between like 7 and 15 days, obviously depending on the period of the year, depending on the situation, peak times. Sometimes they get a bit delayed because of strikes, natural disasters, all sort of things. Mm-hmm. But most times it's going to be fine. I have pretty good shipping, let's say.
So, typically there's shipping by boat, shipping by air. And if I'm ordering on AliExpress, there's all sorts of things that can happen. So I don't really know what to expect. Right. So what I'd like to know with your company is how are you set up to make sure that the shipping time gets to wherever
we
it needs
ship
to
by
go.
plane.
By plane.
We ship by plane. When we talk about like small packages, up to 5 SKUs, like in one package, we ship by plane. Obviously, if it is like a big stock of hundreds of products that you must have shipped to your country, it is likely to be done by either train or obviously ship. So let's say that if usually like within 5 kilos, that is the perfect sort of drop shipping parcel that you would have, and it wouldn't be like bigger than a shoebox, right? Mm-hmm. Because obviously shipping costs a lot of money, especially from countries far away. So as long as it is within 5, even less than that, let's say 2-3 kilos, up to 5 kilos, right? And it fits in a shoebox, it's gonna go on a plane. That's how it works with us. Mm-hmm. And that's how we manage to have very fast shipping days.
So I've got this one might be I've got a spontaneous question for you. It might be a little tricky, but so on the one hand, the seller has to get their product in advance to be prepared for the sales, but at the same time, they also have to have a clear picture of just how many sales they're going to get, because I guess you don't want to overstock too much, but you also don't want to understock too much. I guess the seller really wants to get it right. So from the sellers that are using the platform, can you comment on this? Can you describe how sellers have a clear idea of how much stock they actually need to get their hands on?
All right. There is no mathematically true formula to kind of decide how much you want to invest in a certain period. Ideally, you would want to base your calculation on, first of all, how much money you've got, and on the tests that you've done on your products before Q4. Because like the whole deal of the whole thing about this is that you have to get ready for Q4. So you can decide, all right, I'm going to invest like a flat amount of money. I'm going to buy 500 products and I'm going to market them to my clients, and I'm going to stop my ads when I reach the 500 product mark. You can do that. And we will also, you have to keep in mind that first of all, the more products you purchase, the less you're going to pay for single unit. That we can do for you. You will not have also any warehouse space costs, because we're going to keep your products for free, ready to go the next business day. So you don't have that cost. You only have the cost of the product when you purchase it, like the pieces of products, and the shipping when it goes to your client. So I would say base your investment and your product purchases on the test that you've done. If you think you can invest like $10,000 or pounds or euros, invest those and buy your best sellers and just get it arranged there. Unfortunately, there's no really a mathematical formula for it. Otherwise, everybody would be rich. Mm-hmm. You have to kind of be lucky and market them in the right way.
And it also comes from experience too. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to really nail it on their first go, but you give it a few tries. And on that note, so one thing that has certainly changed about Black Friday in the last couple of years is if you compare Black Friday and Cyber Monday, Black Friday is more of the in-person event. It's more the stampede, people charging in through as soon as the gates open, heading right for the electronic section.
Yeah, I did see the videos. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it happens in Europe like that. Does it happen in Canada?
Canada,
I've seen American videos like from the US.
Yeah, what I'm saying that I'm thinking of the US. I don't think Canada is that much better. My running joke is Canada is basically the USA, except we're wearing a helmet. So I don't think I don't like the idea of us pretending like we're better than them, because
it's just because I don't know. That's why I asked.
Yeah, we're guilty of it, but maybe not as guilty. American population is 10x ours, so there's that. But nonetheless, Black Friday, there's a theme to it. There it is the in person. Yes. It is just going through crowds of people, and that's just not as prevalent as it is now. Because then you compare that to Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday is the day where everybody's just at home doing things online. So now that Black Friday and Cyber Monday are basically they are more the same now, because it is all online.
First of all, I would say that it's no longer just Black Friday, right? It's not just the Friday anymore. It's more like the Black Friday week.
True.
So what I have seen happening is that a lot of our clients and a lot of also, let's say marketplaces, let's take like Amazon, for example, they have a Black Friday week where they have like discounts on different items on different days. So what I have seen a lot of clients do and a lot of dropshippers do is that they have like this Black Friday week. They discount their products differently depending on the product. And they use Cyber Monday as kind of the final day of discounts, like get it now or you will never get it again. So that's how it happens. That's how I've seen it. And this marketing angle kind of works, especially on the Monday, because like you get insane quite often discounts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
you're right. And you actually reminded me too. I think the same thing happened to Boxing Day. Boxing Day used to just be the day, and then people realized they were all going to go out, and then they were just going to go out for the week. Yeah, so turn into Boxing Week sales. So how do I guess it's worth mentioning, because we talked about Christmas and all these other stuff, but Boxing Day is right up with there. Does that have much
on the 26th
in e-commerce? Yeah.
I think on the Boxing Day, like people try to kind of more sell their remains that they have. So because on Boxing Day, you already know that the product is not going to be there by Christmas because Christmas is done. So first of all, people are more relaxed, and dropshippers just try to market the last pieces of the products. So if they got like stock and they didn't manage to kind of sell it all before Christmas, they're going to push it again on Boxing Day and on Boxing Week. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, that's really good, because that ties into what I was asking prior to also. If people happen to overestimate or they don't quite sell as many, Boxing Day is a way to clear out those that expenses,
Absolutely.
try and break even. So, all right. So this next
and
one is.
Some people, in my opinion, I think that like the items that they must sell have to be Christmas related. That's not really true. They don't have to be a Christmas decoration. So for example, if you buy, I don't know, if you have like a customized bottle with your logo, you can sell it any time of the year, really. It doesn't have to be by Christmas, but it does help if it is before Christmas, of course. That's what
yeah, that's valid. All right. So next one I have is this is for the fun of it.
All right.
Have you seen dropshippers attempt to meet their Q4 BFCM demands by just relying on the usual fulfillment methods? And how disastrous does this get?
It gets ugly. It gets ugly because you can't treat Q4 as if it is the rest of the year. Q4 is peak season. Q4 you get a lot of orders. Q4 you get a lot of people buying from the same places. So if you sort your items in AliExpress, you have to keep in mind that that is a B2C marketplace. As you see it, your clients see it, and many other people see it. So as we said before, from one day to the other, you can find yourself without any kind of any products available. Also, if you purchase from Chinese marketplace, you can find yourself in a situation where there is very slow shipping. So your products don't arrive, clients complain. You can find yourself like getting your Facebook and PayPal accounts frozen. This is one of the other things that people do not really pay much attention to, which is like make sure you try to have like your payment system ready. So you have to have a backup because during Black Friday you might need to move a lot of money, right? To buy products, to fulfill orders, stuff like that. And you can't afford to get PayPal frozen for 2 weeks or God knows for how long. So you have to find, first of all, reliable suppliers, get in touch with them, and just to understand the like shipping time estimates, get yourself a quote sorted. Then you have to choose the best shipping methods that are going to tell you, okay, this can get to your clients before Christmas. Obviously, if it's the day before Christmas, it's not going to get there. If it's the 24th that the clients buy, it's not going to get there because it's virtually impossible. But let's say a couple of weeks, a bit more than that as well, it is likely that we'll get there. And most thing is like the lack of preparation. Q4 is different from the other periods of the year. It's very, very busy. That's what I think. One last thing is that buying stock can save you a lot of trouble. So if you buy stock, you have it ready in the warehouse and you're sure that you can actually fulfill the orders that arrive to you. If you don't have stock, it is likely that you can find yourself in a situation where you can't fulfill the orders and lose clients therefore.
Because you mentioned PayPal can get frozen for 1 to 2 weeks. So I'm
not sure about the timeline, of course. It depends.
Yeah, but, I mean, even a day, could be a serious problem. Are you aware of backups or other companies that people could use just in case PayPal locks them out?
Well, you can use banks, you can use Stripe, you can use Payoneer, or this sort of this can be like your backup systems, of course. Okay. A lot of them use PayPal, but you can get like different systems set on your store. It really depends on the platform that you use, in my opinion.
Oh, that's funny. So the next question that I had actually ends up being the one that I came to spontaneously about predicting it. So,
all right.
I mean, I basically already asked it. Now, I do believe that we've more or less covered everything that we wanted to cover about BFCM. But I'm going to ask you an insurance policy question, just in case. Was there any element to this that we missed, or anything else that you want to convey to the listeners that they want to keep in mind?
Well, as I have mentioned before, we have like this promotion going on until the 31st of October. If you buy stock with us, like any kind of stock, it can be 20 pieces, it can be 500, as many as you want. You're going to get free pictures, you're going to get free videos, and you're going to get free 360 rendering. Now, this is very important when you mark your products because there will be like these photos are going to be looking professional, and these are photos that your competitors are not going to have. All right. So that's a way of first of all helping your products look more expensive, so a bit raising their value, and it's generally useful to have.
Mm-hmm. And I think it also encourages the seller to take their own business more seriously too. It's one thing to just have it come from.
A lot of people
I laugh when I think of some of the stuff that I've gotten.
Yes, a lot of people think that dropshipping is not real business, but you have to treat it as a real business if you want to succeed. It has to be serious. Like you can actually turn it in your sole source of income if you work hard enough, if you build your own brand, if you put everything in place that you need to. But you have to treat it seriously.
All right. So with the first chunk of this covered, this next part, this was something that I wanted us to do because I've had the opportunity to look around Yakkyofy, but I want my listeners to have that same privilege. So Ilaria here is going to give us a quick tour of the platform so people can see just what to expect.
Can you see it?
We can see. Excellent.
Lovely. So this is our dashboard that you can access from Yakkyofy.com. So from here, you click login, and this is our dashboard, right? So we have here the promo that we talked about. We have a public catalog where we publish some items that we find online. We have a hot products catalog, which are the trending products, right? We have I think we have 500, if not more, hot products that you can choose from. And so, for example, if you want to order stock for this product, which is a solar watering lamp, it's actually today's hot product. You click on wholesale, you choose the destination, so you can ship bulk outside China to your own country. You can stock for drop shipping, which is what we were talking about earlier. So shipping the products one by one, or you can also drop ship for eBay. Now, the next page, so let's say we stock for drop shipping. Next page is an option to customize the product if it is possible. So yes, I want to create a brand. Here you drop your logo. Be mindful that it must be a PDF or an AE file. Click next and etc. And the recap. Here you decide how many pieces of said product you want. So for example, 10 pieces. And here it gives you an estimate of how much it costs, right? This is for 10 pieces of product. Then you send your quote. In just a few days, you get a quote back. You should receive an email and you will be able to access the quote and purchase the products, right? We talked about
I'd like to ask you,
right?
sorry, I'd like to ask you one thing about hot products is how do you determine what are the trending products? How do you guys figure out what's currently active on the market?
Well, we have some market statistics from our suppliers. So that's how we figure out which ones are trending. We usually choose them depending on the type of product. So for example, here we have keyboard, here we have lighting, baby related products, electronics. We try to kind of have different categories for products every week. So we can have electronics one week, we can have stress relief products the next. So that's how we do it. And obviously you can also have you can request you can request a personal quote, right, for the product, because you can find what you need among the hot products, among the public catalog. But if you have one specific product that you want, you can just use our Google Chrome extension and go on one of these websites, find your product and request a quote, right? So I'm the one choosing the product. So that's why most of the products are here, requesting them. Sorry, not choosing. And once you request a product with the Chrome extension, it's going to be, you'll find it on quotations, image search. Now, what is the image search? The image search is basically a system that can source for you and find products for you in just a few minutes, because we have a huge supplier pool. And quite often you can find the product that you're looking for here on the right-hand side. If you like the price, if you like the shipping price and etc., you click on choose product and it is going to show up on this tab, like on my products or quotations, dropshipping. And here you will see all the details. And this is the product page. That is how it looks. So you have the product, you have the various variants. For example, this is like a pet grooming product. And you can decide whether you want to whether you want to purchase a wholesale, a bulk stock of them, if you want to do drop shipping, and also extra. So extra is like what we talked about, like the product evaluation. So you buy a sample, it gets shipped to our warehouse where we kind of check it out and send you back a report. So that's how it works. Now, packaging. This is what we were talking about before.
Oh, okay. This is
very interesting.
Yeah,
that's
this
right.
is really cool.
So we can do, we have like mailing box, we have satin bags, carton box. This is my favorite. It's actually a standard bag, right? This is like the first step of, let's say, building a brand. If you want to build a brand, if you want to kind of start investing in your business seriously, the standard bag is the best option. First of all, because it only has MOQ of 300. So about with, let's say, if you want to put your logo on it, obviously, you would spend about 60 quid to get like your first step of personalization. And you can use this bag with most products, like anything that fits it inside. You basically can ship it, right? So that is the first step. Another thing you can do also is like customizing your products, right? As we've seen before. So how it works is that you choose the product that you want customized. You click on wholesale and then you go on customization, right? And here you start creating your brand. Then we also have like a VIP sort of service where you get like the bags and you start creating a brand. You also get like the products customized and all these sort of things. And you can also give us like sort of instructions on how to treat your products in terms of, okay, put this product into this box or into this bag and add along with it like a thank you card or a discount coupon code. So it's really very useful. This is really our goal. We want to help dropshippers make their business, let's say, permanent and successful in the long term, because that's my opinion, and that's just the future of dropshipping. Because you can't really, you have to differentiate yourself from your competitors. You have to like add some value to products. And as we all know, I mean, we live in the globalized world. Brand is what wins. There is no reason why we should buy like a branded bag or a normal bag without a brand. We buy the branded bag because we know the service, we know the quality, we know that it's going to last for a long time. That's why we kind of invest in this sort of things and in these sort of products. And that's why it's successful.
Right. I mean, and one way that I would like to, add to it as well is that, brand really represents the quality of the people behind it too.
Absolutely.
It's one thing for the products. It's another thing to know that, the brand has, customer service agents and logistics and a CEO with a clear vision. And at the end of the day, that's what you're supporting, is you're supporting other people.
That's right. Absolutely.
So the bags, I wanted to ask about that because, in my experience, we receive a bag going to a retail store because it's, we have to carry the product out. And then the company benefits because, people are walking around the mall or the streets or whatever, and they've got, and they're holding on to it. So with these bags, I mean, you can't tell this specifically client because that's confidential, but can you give us some examples of how the bag has been really the right choice for people to ship it, and how when people receive the bag, what it is that they really do with it?
If you want to start building a brand, this is the first step. The reason why this is the first step is that, let's say, obviously, like putting your logo on a product is first of all more expensive, and it's just, how can I give you an example? It's like Amazon. Do you know Amazon, right? Obviously, we all know that a lot of products are not from Amazon really, but they still come in an Amazon packaging. What does that represent? That represents quality. That represents service, and that's what it can represent for you as well. So if your clients like the service that it is provided to them, if they like the products that are shipped to them and they're good quality, they don't break easily. And these are things that we kind of check out before shipping. We make sure that the variant is correct. We make sure that the aesthetics of the product is right, that it's not broken, right? We put it in this bag of yours, which has like either your logo or the name of your store or whatever you please, or just like a drawing, I don't know, whatever you please. And it's just, it kind of starts building sort of first of all, it starts building customer loyalty. Then it's start getting recognized. For example, right? Like if you sell, you can start. It's like the first step of building a relationship with your customer, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I think. It does help. I know it's all about client retention. If you're just an anonymous sort of store, it is likely that your clients are not going to remember you. But if they get their pretty products in a pretty bag with a nice thank you card, which is also fairly cheap, let me just show you. Mm-hmm. So here the MOQ is $500, and it's like between $04 and $11. All these prices are in dollars, American dollars, right? So you write on the card, thank you very much for your purchase, and perhaps on the other side, you can write like, use this code for a 10% discount, right? So this is like the first step to building a relationship with your customers, in my opinion, and to kind of get them back on your store. If not tomorrow, definitely in the future.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think one point that really stuck out to me is the cost of having to actually stamp the physical product versus just stamping the bag is there's a substantial difference between the two. Yeah.
Yes, the MOQ are different because like a lot of suppliers, obviously, if you want to get your products personalized, you must tell us before, right? You have to have your ideas clear. And each and every product are likely to have different MOQ that you have to fulfill, right? To get the personalization in place. So if you want to start, and we're going back to the same sort of talking, if you want to start your brand, start with the bags, start with the thank you cards. Once you build it up, you can start getting one product personalized, and perhaps your best seller, the one that you sell the most, that you know is going to continue to sell. And then eventually you can end up at like personalizing them all. But obviously, if you personalize products, it's going to be more expensive. And there are going to be much higher MOQs that you have to fulfill. Obviously, depends on the product. If it is like a big product and it's very expensive, the MOQ might be a bit lower, but it really depends. And we have to get in touch with suppliers to let you know about that as well.
Well, I certainly hope people, they look at this and it excites them. Because I think there's any number of limiting factors that can prevent somebody from really taking a shot at this. And I think one of them is the idea of having to compete and just meet the standards set by brands that they themselves use. Brands package their products, they have boxes, there's a consistent experience. And I think not being able to deliver on that can be intimidating for a lot of people. But really what we see here is it's all available. And I also noticed too, is you said you pointed out that people can even not wholesale, but like they can sell on eBay. So even if they don't have their own website yet, they can still start marketing the product on eBay and actually start working on shipping that way. Because then I think there's another limiting factor there too is, I got to set up a website, which by the way, you should use Debutify. So even that, so there's ways to make it more accessible and at the same time also allow for people to have the results that they themselves would want as customers. So yeah, I'm delighted to see it.
I'm glad that you're happy with us. We're very happy to have you. So yes, I think I know what you mean about building a website. It's not always easy, but I mean, it really comes to the decision whether you kind of want to work a 9 to 5 or if you want to kind of start working for yourself in a way. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It really depends on the person. A lot of people think of themselves as not entrepreneurs until they try it. And maybe they try it as a game. They try it as it's not going to happen, and then it happens, and they're very happy. So yeah.
Yeah, it's
you only fail when you don't try. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's a long-standing theme that we cover on the show is whether you want to be a part of somebody else's structure or you want to create your own structure and start being your own, being your own boss. So
I think,
that's the core of entrepreneurship. And anything else here, Key, that we want to have a look at? Otherwise, I think we can wrap this up.
Well, yes. Last thing is that this is the virtual warehouse. So when you stock products with us, you have the quantity count here. You can sort out an alert when it goes lower than a certain sort of number of pieces in the in the warehouse. Sorry. So if you have inventory, it's going to be taken from here and shipped out. So you would be only paying for the shipping at that point, right? Also, we have a payment system, which is the e-wallet, and this means that you can recharge it from here, basically any amount that you want, right? Recharge it. And what it means is that you will no longer have to go here and pay your orders, like either each order by itself or just check out. This means that the fulfillment process is going to start faster. So as soon as the order arrives from your store, from your eBay, from wherever you want, the processing and the fulfillment is going to be starting. So for example, we live in all different time zones, right? So now it's like where I am, it's like 4 p.m. And where you are is much earlier in the day. So in China, it's even later. So if you have like the wallet in place, you won't like lose the day, because the order is going to be paid like even during the night while you're sleeping. So it's very useful. And last thing I wanted to recall, I remember it, to remind our watchers is about the Black Friday promo until the 31st. Free pictures, free video, and free 60 rendering. They're important. They help you a lot. I think that's all.
Excellent. Well, as I've said before, and I guess I'm going to say it one more time just for the fun of it, is I'm happy to be a user of this. So I wanted to do what I could to I make sure that this content gets out on time. Usually the way I like to think of this program is that like 30% of it is time sensitive. The rest of it is, human psychology and getting into the mindset of it. But in an episode like this, it's certainly time sensitive. And so I'm really happy to be doing my part to just helping anybody who has even like the slightest entrepreneurial inclination. Whatever tools that they need to get started is something that I really appreciate what you guys are doing here. So everything that I've wanted to cover today, I'm certain that we'll be talking again in a couple of quarters from now, just to see how things are going. And fingers crossed, I made a sale by then. I've been stuck in analysis paralysis, right? Because I get so much information and I get a lot of different ideas, and I'm just like, okay, well, the beauty of this is, people. This is the lesson that I had to teach myself even earlier this week: is start, and what you'll find is your channels will differ from person to person. Some people, they might do really well in organic marketing, they might do really well in word of mouth, they might be master advertisers. There's so many ways that you can do it, but you won't know what they are until you actually start, and you can actually start having this conversation with other people, right? If I talk to people and I tell them what I'm doing, I'm like, oh yeah, I like that. Everyone has different
methods of
marketing. Yeah. So that's the last thing that I wanted to say to my audience, and to all of whom happen to find this program. Ilaria, one more thank you for the road.
Thank you. Thank you.
The closeout question.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, I'm really happy to have your company on and have you on. So, the final question is, if you have any like last pieces of advice, or like a Chinese proverb you like, stuff like that, you're welcome to share it, and then let the audience know how they can make contact.
Well, as I said a few times, like during this podcast, it's like you have to get ready. Like there is no other way to succeed in Q4. You have to get ready. You have to prepare your business for what's coming. And it sounds like a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing, because a lot of people buy, and you can get yourself there. You can get one piece of this cake, because the e-commerce market is growing so fast and so much. Like, let's just see the last year, the pandemic happened. Everybody was buying online, and you're still not late to get on that train. So make sure you just do it. Like our website is www.yakkyofy.com, and if you need us, you can get in touch with us either by email, or we always answer on our Facebook Messenger. We have a Facebook page, Yakkyofy. So if you need to, my colleagues and I are going to help you. So yeah, we're there for you.
Excellent. Well, that is everything that we've got for today. So to my audience, as always, it is an honor and a privilege to collect this information. And as you probably figured out, use it for my own benefit and then share it with all of you as well. And so with that, take care. And we will check in soon.
Companies owed me personally when I started building my personal brand about a year and a half to 2 years ago. What has happened?
Hey, this is Joseph from Ecomonics. Just wanted to thank you for being here and for giving this content your time and attention. I hope you learned something. I can say with certainty, I have learned something with every episode that I have done, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. There's a couple of things you can do to help us out. If you want to check out the audio content, we are available on all major podcast platform distributors. And while you're there, give us a 5-star review. It helps a lot. And while you're here on YouTube, there's a lot of things you can do to help out as well. It's not going to take very long. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button for this episode, and hit the notification bell so when we have new content for you, it's going to be at your doorstep ASAP. Lastly, this podcast is created by Debutify, the best Shopify template available. It is 100% free for you to start, and it can change your life. It can make you so much more free than you are right now. So if this episode wasn't enough to convince you, I think a few more might do the trick. So have at it.